Jennifer, give her a clap.
It's so wonderful to see you all this morning. This morning, I want to share with you what God wants us to do today and every day. Trust God when times are tough. I repeat, trust God when times are tough. The Bible tells us about trusting God. In the book of Proverbs 3, verse 5, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Furthermore, in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy 31, verse 6 says, be strong and be of good courage. Do not be afraid or be terrified because of them. For the Lord your God will go with thee. He will never fail you or forsake you. Still, most of us find it difficult to trust God, at least at one point or another in our walk with Him. But there are probably many reasons why trusting God can be difficult. God's ways don't always make sense to us. God told Noah to build an ark. It may never rain up to this point, and the nearest body of the water was probably many miles away. It could not have made sense to Noah at all. God promised Abraham a son. It was at least 24 years before this promise was fulfilled in the manner in which God had promised. In the meantime, Abraham and Sarah had difficulty trusting God. Now, let me tell you a beautiful story. Listen. Jeremy and Joshua were brothers who had lost a father in a war. Their mother, Hannah, brought them up. She taught them to grow in God's grace and to trust God's strength. One day, they decided to have fun with their friends on the other side of the river. So they got permission from the mother, and they went to play with their friends. They played new games and also made many new friends. In the evening, when they were on their way back home traversing a river, suddenly there was a great storm, and the rain started pouring down heavily. The smaller brother, Joshua, was trembling with fear. He got so terrified. And yet, while his brother, Jeremy, the bigger one, said, calm and composed, unmindful of the storm and the rain that raged around them. Joshua was surprised and asked his brother, brother, are you not scared? You seem to believe water about the storm. Are you aware that the boat may capsize and we may get drowned? Jeremy, when he heard this, he suddenly drew a gun from his pocket. And you know what he did? He pointed it close to his brother's neck and asked, are you scared? Joshua had to just smile, and he said, hey brother, you're crazy? Or something went wrong with your head? I see that you have a gun, and I don't. But I'm not scared. I'm your brother. Why should I get scared? Jeremy replied, then why should I get scared? For the storm is in God's hands. Whatever He does, I believe it to be for my own good. If we survive, or if we die in the storm, I believe it to be for our own good. And he reminded his brother, please. And he reminded his brother about what their mother taught them. And he encouraged his brother to trust God. I believe he can make a change in someone's life. And that should be our trust towards God. I don't know how many of you know or have heard the true story of H.G. Spafford. Spafford wrote the familiar hymn, It Is Well With My Soul, in 1872, soon after his 4 daughters drowned. soon after financial bankruptcy. He somehow held on to the fact that despite the adverse circumstances, God was good. He knew that his faith and trust in God would not go in vain. And then we, the Michael Joseph Center, also have some powerful testimonies to share with the world. Let me share them with you today. One of our sisters, Jessica, she's here. We come from the same state, Nagaland, which is in the northeast of India. She's the one who takes the videos and puts them in the YouTube. If you don't believe me, you can go see for yourself. Jessica had a serious problem with her lungs. One side of her lung was completely damaged, and on the other side, half was gone. Only the other half remained. And she was admitted in the hospital in New Delhi, one of the best hospitals. While she was in the hospital, we prayed for her. We prayed for the doctors and the treatment she was going to undergo. And God had really healed her. Now she's here as healthy as we all are.